You're listening to America's Diesel Podcast.
Okay, Ben.
Tyler.
All right. I found you a camper that's perfect for boys' weekend. Scroll down, Corey.
Scrolling.
Just keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Where did she go? No. Oh, Lordy, where'd it go? Dude, it was listed for $1,800. In the text, it said 1,400.
Oh, so he's willing to deal.
He's willing to freaking deal, man. Oh man, I have the link on my computer.
It's gone.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. It's not that one, not that shithole. Keep going. What's going on?
I have a shit mouse.
Oh man,
I think it's
I don't
gone.
know. Darn it! I'll have to send you the link when I get back to my desk.
Ben's got Glip on his phone.
Well, it doesn't do me any good.
Well, you could send me the link and I could pull it up.
Truck camper.
Yeah, Tyler, did you send it to me?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't want you to look at it. Well, that worked swimmingly. But that one for 4,000 is not bad.
The one for, that's like, I wouldn't say that's exactly what I'm looking for, because honestly, I don't know exactly what I'm looking for, but that would fit the bill of what I want.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, it's got that extension off the back. It's got a slide out, which is pretty rad.
Generator.
There's room for me and my wife to sleep on there. And then there's what is the sleeping situation on that? So I assume like the little area where
It's got a queen bed, and then the dinette turns into a bed.
okay.
So that the slide out is where the bed is. No, that's not. That's where the dinette is. So that makes a bed, like a twin size bed.
Gotcha.
And then you got a queen size bed probably up there.
Yeah, so the kiddos would be on the little
Dinette.
bed.
Yeah. Dude, it's got all the stuff, all the things.
That's pretty cool.
Keep scrolling down, Corey, on that just main.
Yeah, you keep looking. I'm going to get this intro out of the way.
Go for it. This week's podcast episode is brought to you by Fuel Bomb Diesel Additive, an additive designed for diesel enthusiasts, made by diesel enthusiasts. Ben, take it away.
Hell yeah, dude. So this is our in-house Fuel Bomb fuel additive for your diesel truck. Our biggest thing here is making sure that you can pretty much always have diesel additive on you all the time. You've got a lot of other additives out on the market that they have, anti-gel in there all the time. They have cetane in there all the time. They end up being big and bulky bottles. Our standard everyday diesel fuel additive is 1 ounce per 32 gallons. And that's its main job, is to make sure that your fuel system stays lubricated and prevents the formation of algae. And it should also help you in colder climates too.
Should definitely help you in colder climates. Along with cleaning your fuel system and maintaining it, it'll also help you bump that cetane number up for a more efficient burn of your diesel fuel. And if cetane is just what you're after, there's the Fuel Bomb Hellfire, which is our straight 8+ cetane enhancer.
Yeah, and you guys asked, and we brought them back. We did go away from the bottles that didn't have the measuring little parts in there. We brought them back for you, so now you can measure out your 1 ounce per 32 gallons for the F-Bomb, or 4 ounces per 32 gallons for the Hellfire.
Both these additives are available on our website, dieselpowerproducts.com. Now let's get back to that episode.
Hey, everybody. This is Ben and Tab from America's Diesel Podcast, coming in from Spokane, Washington. Greatly appreciate all you guys tuning in. Make sure and check us out on Google Play, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can find us on there by searching America's Diesel Podcast. Also, make sure and check out our Facebook page. It's America's Diesel Podcast - the group. There are 3 questions with many right answers, many wrong answers. Please answer them accordingly. I am the only one who checks and approves them. And be forewarned, if you are wanting to get in this group, it is a spicy unit. Okay? Good people, good answers, good information, good spice. Take that for what you will. Tyler Reviews.
Yeah, keep those reviews coming in. We are moving up the ranks. We greatly appreciate it. Leave a 5-star review on any of the platforms that Ben mentioned earlier. Screenshot that. Send it to podcast@dieselpowerproducts.com. Make sure to include a picture of your truck and an address so we can send a decal to you. It looks just like our logo.
In fact, I have my laptop in front of me. I'm going to approve 2 people right now. Let's see. Cody Moritz, you requested 16 minutes ago. First question, what is the Eagle's name? He says, amazing sounding exhaust note. Not bad. Second question, Duramax owners tend to wear what type of britches? His answer, their sister's pants.
That's good.
Good
Not
answer.
bad.
That's
Not
really
bad.
good. That's really good.
Final question. Finish this phrase. Dad drives a fill in the blank. He says, work pickup.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Tell you what, Cody. Approved.
Denied.
Next one is Mr. Jesse Campbell. First question, what's the Eagles' name? He says, America. Not the best, not the worst. This is why I have these questions this way. You can know
That is an acceptable answer.
it is an acceptable answer, but the other answers need to be like decent as well. You can have a really bad answer on one of them, but have a really good answer on another one, and it'll still prove to me that you actually listen to the podcast. Next one is Duramax owners tend to wear what type of breeches? He says they don't wear skirts.
Acceptable.
Acceptable.
Agreed.
And final, finish this phrase. Dad drives a. He says Ram 1500. LOL. I don't know.
Let's check the judges.
That's correct. Duramax
we
owners
can
do
let
wear
that one
skirts.
slide.
Yeah. He's also a referral from another group member, so I'm
okay.
willing to help him out a little bit.
Take the
here.
hit there.
Yeah. Approved.
Boom.
Yeah.
How many members?
We are currently at
24.
488.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a
That grew
lot
quick.
more than I.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
All
escalated
right.
quickly.
That escalated quickly.
Very quickly.
Oh, dude, I watched Cocaine Bear last night.
Oh, I want to watch that.
Dude, it's on Peacock for
I know,
free.
for free, yeah.
Dude,
Banger.
it is fucking gory as shit.
Perfect. That's
Dude,
exactly
it
what I
is
wanted.
So fucked up.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Fucked up.
I know what I'm watching this weekend.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's so fucked. But it keeps you in it, but like the goriness of it, you don't expect like you expect kind of like more of a plot line with like the drug dealers like finding these, bags of coke, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's basically just all about this bear just killing the fuck out of people. Like
He's just a party bear. He's supposed to party.
dude, it's brutal.
Good.
It's brutal.
If you need parts for your diesel pickup, make sure to check out dieselproducts.com. You set chip logos, verified in stock, ready to rock. If you're placing an order and you're a podcast listener, which you are, if you're listening to this, make sure in the notes section you type the word podcast, tally those up at the end of the month. Let the big guys upstairs know that we're down here helping people spend money and get the right parts for their truck, because after all, money does make the world go round. If you're talking to a sales technician, let them know that you are a podcast member or a podcast listener, and they will put that note on there for you. Receive nothing monetarily. However, should your order need special attention, I come in like the freaking make it happen bandit. Not even kidding right now. I had one of the listeners message me a couple days ago. He's like, what's going on with this? And I was like, honestly, man, I'm not even sure. Like, but I'm going to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, he's like, I said free shipping. That's fine. Like, I'm not mad about that. I was hoping to get it by this day. And I was like, well, I can tell you this much. You ordered 2 shirts. I'm not too worried about getting those shirts ASAP, but you did order a pillar mount. So I need what day do you need this by? He's like, well, I was hoping to have it for a trip this weekend. I was like, sick. Send it out today, second air. It'll be in your hands on Thursday. They'll give you a day to put it in and get. That made me feel good.
Yeah.
Sheldon, that was you bad.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that we were able to get that going for you. And that's exactly why I'm here, folks. That's why me, Tyler, and Corey here, like we fully understand that you do not get anything monetarily from listening to this.
Yeah.
But in situations like that, like if I can help, I will.
Yeah.
So that made me happy. He also gave me a big thumbs up, and I was like, fuck. Solid.
Did we ever hear back from the guy that we sent him a rock and a bunch of empty bags? And
He did.
What did he say?
He posted on the Facebook page.
Did he?
Yeah, a picture of it. Some of the comments. Yeah, there it is right there. So we had Ozzy left a comment that said, in the notes section was like, I'd like my bag of absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So we found the shittiest plastic bag you could ever
I
imagine.
actually pulled it out of my trash can.
Yeah. And then I typed up the phrase absolutely nothing and copied it and pasted it about 900 times on 3 pieces of paper.
Yeah.
Printed that out, crumpled them up, put them in the bag along with some stickers, an empty bag of Oreos,
Yeah.
and a rock.
Yeah, rock.
With
yeah.
some stripes that Tyler drew on it for some reason.
No, I
don't
didn't
know.
draw those, dude. That's natural
Really?
rock.
So it's a
Like,
fucking
rock's
stripes
probably
in
worth
it.
some money.
Maybe, I don't know. And a post-it note from Peyton's desk that has some ink and it just says check injector 4 line or something like that. I don't know. But we put all that in there
Yeah.
in his custom battery cables, and then we sent it out to him. So there's your you're
What'd
welcome,
he
Ozzy. There's some good comments. Zach Nelson says, where's my stickers? I'm pretty sure I've sent them to you. If I haven't, you should talk to me. Trayvon Moose says, can't even get my review stickers. At this point, I'm not sure if anybody's if they're like messing with me or not, because I'm sending stickers out.
Huh.
I don't know. Oh, and then Wyatt says, same. I think I wrote 2 5-star reviews as well. How many does it take? 3.
Yeah.
Just fucking with you guys. I do send those stickers out regularly. If you
should do a post for like missing sticker.
Yeah, I think I might do
request,
that in
yeah.
there because if there's some that are not getting out, because we get a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I'm not perfect. I'm pretty good at getting things done. I'm not perfect. If I missed you, you should get your sticker, and I appreciate the review. So I think I will make a post on there in the next couple of days or so about like if you actually didn't get your sticker, like I fully embrace that. If you're fucking with me, continue to fuck with me. Like let's have fun. Let's be fun with it. But like if I've already sent you a sticker on 4 occasions because I don't remember that I have, like please stop doing that.
Yeah. First of all, what are you going to do with that many of those stickers?
Yeah. So Tyler had a really good idea for this episode, and I'm really happy to explore it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just got to thinking, like, maybe you know if you're looking to maybe make some money in the diesel community, but don't have necessarily the facility to house like flipping trucks or even that sort of like bankroll to first get you started into flipping trucks. I started thinking, what are some of the parts that are available at, let's say, scrap yards or even just on, Craigslist or wherever marketplace?
I'm thinking maybe even just like a normal parts store, or like not a super specialty part, but something that can really help out.
Well, to resell.
Yeah,
I'm buying parts from a parts store and resell them.
Oh, I misunderstood what you said. Okay, not adding parts to a truck to resell it.
No,
but like actual individual parts.
Yeah,
okay, my bad.
I made a list on a pink sticky note.
Pink sticky note.
but like. There's certain parts, certain components of some trucks that are actually worth quite a bit of money. And if you're able to get your hands on these things, you could, possibly flip them and make yourself some money with relatively little effort, I would say. Yeah. Some of the things that I know you got like the Ford stuff down, but like for like Ram stuff, any AAM axles, especially fronts, those are worth some freaking money. And if you can, get one for relatively cheap, you could probably resell it and make some money, even rear ends. So 11.5s and 9 1/4s, like especially the 9 1/4s, because those are way harder to come by. But again, if you're able to, pick that kind of part up and list it for sale, you might, be able to. I've never done this. This is just an idea I had in my head. So my quick list here was Ram axles. Obviously, complete Cummins engines. Those are always worth something to someone.
Yeah, running or not. As long as it turns over.
Most manual transmissions, whether it be NV45, 5600, or even G56, those are worth money to people. Everybody, a lot of people look to, they buy an older truck that was, an automatic and they want a manual. Well, that's the main piece of the puzzle right there. Seats, interior parts that are like clean. Especially like Ram stuff, dashes on earlier trucks. If you are able to find like a clean one out of like a second gen, like that's worth some money to someone. Someone's going to want to repair their dash. Factory wheels, especially on newer trucks.
I am always surprised at how much.
Dude.
And here's the thing too. Like, and this happened once for my dad, and then once for me for the Escape. No one, you never realize how much factory wheels cost until you try and find them, because we're always buying aftermarket when we sell factories for like pennies on the dollar, right? And someone always buys them. You never even thought to think like, could I charge more for these? I'm not sure. And it wasn't until I tried to find factory Ford wheels for my wife's Escape to mount snow tires on.
Yeah.
And I was like, am I really about to pay $500 for a set of 10-year-old factory wheels that are already scuffed?
Ridiculous.
Like, what in the fuck, man?
Yeah. I was even looking for a set of factory black 18s for my truck, and the price of them is just absurd. Of course, you got to have some sort of somewhere that you can get them for a good deal, but that's possibly an option. Auto transmissions, and I put a little asterisk by this. We have a local transmission guy here that will buy cores, especially 48RE cores. So if you have a 48RE core that you got for $100, you could literally make $100 in like 15 minutes. If you have a transmission shop locally that's looking for cores to build, easy money.
Especially if you deliver.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. So I'm glad you mentioned that because that's exactly, I made a mental note. I wanted to mention that as well.
Yeah.
Like you may not always be able to find, buy a transmission, a core for 100 and sell it for 200 instantly.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If you end up buying, let's say you're looking for a core or something and you're like, what kind of deal can you give me on like 5 48 REs?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, 5 of them. Yeah. Normally they're $200 a piece. So that'll be 1,000. We'll do it for, if you take all of them right now, $650.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and if you have a trans shop lined up that is needing cores, boom, easy money. You pick them up, drop them off, and you're done. You just made a bunch of money. I put truck beds on there. I know truck beds are not necessarily the cheapest thing.
Or the easiest to store.
Yeah. But it kind of goes into tailgates. People fuck up their tailgates all the time.
And especially in certain colors.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't say always go for the oddball color.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take longer to sell usually.
Right.
But like my F-250 right now, it's that like electric teal.
Yeah.
My tailgate is trashed.
Yeah.
If I found someone that actually had that color tailgate, as long as it just wasn't bent and fucked up,
Yeah.
I'd easily, and the handle all works and the latches all work, I'd pay $250 for it.
Yeah.
Like right now.
This last one I didn't even write down, but this would be, along the same lines of like a transmission, do your shop for your buyers first, but emissions equipment.
Yeah.
Whether it be a def tank, def heaters, your filters, DPF filter. It kind of gets a little sketchy with some of those. You don't want to buy one that's completely jacked, but if you're able to find like a rolled over truck that you can get for super cheap, that's like low miles on it. And you could definitely take those filters off and sell them to someone, and they're going to buy them. I mean, there's companies out there again that will buy your core. They're going to buy it at a core price, but these trucks are getting older, and people are going to need to replace them at some point. And if you have a full emission system for a truck that has relatively low mileage, you could probably get some pretty damn good money for it. So that's what I kind of just quickly wrote down. One
of the ones that I like, and this has always been like if I have time, I may try and give it a shot. But hear me out on this one. Okay. Factory headlights. Okay. So here's the thing. There are tons of cheaper aftermarket headlight options out there. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
You can find a set of like Tyco, clear lens factory replacements that are like $98 with bulbs or something like that.
Right.
And then you go to look at one factory replacement for one side and it's like $900.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. That Tyco, in 2 years, it's going to be yellow and faded.
Yeah.
And the plastic is super thin, so you can't really sand it and polish it.
Yep.
Factory headlights tend to actually be pretty good quality plastic. Like they're thick.
Yeah.
Which means you have a lot of room to sand, repolish, and make super clear.
Yeah.
So if I ever had the time, which I'm thinking I may actually try it this summer. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Just get in the headlight game.
Yeah, but like it's finding factory headlights that are in good structural shape, and then the time that you put into it and labor is going to be polishing those things up and get them absolutely crystal clear.
Yeah.
Very nice. Get in there with soap and warm water and clean everything, and sell them as refurbished factory headlights. Granted, yes, brand new headlights for that truck may be $800.
Yeah.
You're not going to get $800 for them. Hopefully you buy them at the junkyard for $100.
Yeah.
And you put a day into them, making them look perfect.
A couple hours probably.
Yeah. Let's say you could probably go there, buy them, and clean them in a day.
Yeah.
And hopefully sell them for, I don't know, $400 shipped.
Yeah.
So that's something I've always thought about, especially on the OBS trucks, like older trucks that people wanting to get the actual factory headlights on.
Yeah.
The other one here too is I don't know if I'll ever get into this game, but I found this out with my brother's girlfriend's car. So the new model Ford Escapes, like the 13 and ups, the taillights are non-serviceable. Okay. You can change the bulb, right?
Yeah.
But if the LEDs go out inside,
yeah,
you cannot change them.
Huh.
You cannot even open it to fix it. you have to buy the new new taillight.
wow.
And the thing is, you'd be thinking to yourself like, oh, well, cool, the LED just doesn't work. It's still a brake light. It's still going to be a brake light. No. Part of its integral function is using those LEDs. And a new taillight for this 2013 vehicle, brand new taillight from Ford. It's like $900.
Jesus.
Okay, that's one side.
We got a set of Ram headlights on the site. They're like $1,500 each.
Yeah, the factory Mopar blackouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If you find factory Mopar blackout headlights for a 3rd gen, or were those for the 3rd gen or for the 4th gen ones?
They're 4th gen.
4th gen. If you find factory headlights like that, and you take the time, remove them properly,
it's like the projector style ones.
Clean them and post them up.
I mean,
$1,500 a piece.
A piece,
new.
yeah. $3,000 for 2 headlights.
For factory headlights. And that would be a factory Mopar part. And you obviously you got to take good pictures and show them.
Easy freaking, grand right there.
Yeah. And the thing is, as these trucks are starting to get older, there are certain people out there that want the actual factory part.
Yeah.
A lot of these trucks have crossed over that line now.
Yeah.
Where there are still people that just string them along and, as long as they work, they'll keep dumping couple cents here and there and make them work. Buy the cheapest part, that's fine. But there are other people now that are like, I understand this is a 25-year-old truck. Like, I'm going to have it for a long time. I kind of do want to buy the nice part for it.
Yeah.
I want to feel good that I'm putting a nice part back on this truck.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, maybe that's a racket I can get into. Maybe I can corner the upper left of the old USA with factory restored headlights.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you can get into those LED style headlights, because to fix them, you would have to like put it in the oven, heat it up, take the lens off, so you can like obviously peel it off the adhesive.
Right.
Fix the LEDs, which I don't know how to do. I could probably learn it, but I don't know how to do right now. I do know how to polish headlights though.
Yeah.
And then seal it up, factory fresh.
Have you seen the guys doing it with bug spray?
No.
Cleaning headlights with bug spray?
Oh yeah, I've seen that, and I've seen the ones that do it with like a torch.
Yeah.
Like
the bug spray one is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Because I saw a guy do it on I think it was like an Instagram video,
Mhm.
and it actually looked like it. I mean, it's a video, so you have no idea if it was doctored up. But
so the thing is, on stuff like that, on those headlights that are so far gone, just about anything's going to make them look better.
Yeah.
And they may not be factory fresh, crystal clear now, but like if you like the people that take like, oh, you just a tablespoon of baking soda and then 2 dabs of salt on this cut of orange.
Yeah.
And then you put it on here.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
afterwards you, use toothpaste and brush it and it's perfect now.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, fucker. If you literally just put any sort of abrasive on there with a cleaner, like a rough terry cloth, some elbow grease, and Simple Green, same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like and all you're doing is just like paint. You're just burning off that layer that's crusty and shitty and just getting down to something slightly fresher. What I like to do is get down to like fresh, clean plastic.
I'm sure you do.
And I do. And just like polish the living shit out of them so they're super clean.
Do you throw like an enamel over it to protect it?
No.
Oh.
No. I'll polish it with compound until, because that's what you do when you're polishing. You're basically like sealing the holes.
7 days later.
The last time I did it with like super fine, like wet sanding. So.
Yeah, I do. I usually start off, I try and get down to get all of the yellowing plastic gone.
An additional 7 days later.
With like, I don't know, 280, 200 or something like that. One time I actually started with 60 because my headlights were that tatered.
Oh.
They were so bad. Because I started with 200, I was like, this is going to take 4 hours.
Yeah.
So I just
4 days later.
Yeah, I'm just going to scrub it. I was like, all right, well, cool. Well, I just put like a lot of gouges in here, so now I got to fix this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then I'll go to like 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, and then just and I'm sure there's somebody out there that's going to be like, cool, use this specific kind of polish. I use a Harbor Freight attachment on a drill that's like one of those pads, a polishing pad.
Oh, yeah.
And literally whatever compound I could find.
I think I used a Powerball.
Yeah, same idea. Yeah, just something to polish it. And just take your time. Go slow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Take your time.
I did the headlights on my red truck, and I got compliments on those all the time.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. Like I
Didn't you get new ones?
on the red truck,
Oh, the red truck.
my OBS.
Your OB. Oh, gotcha.
That one, I had tons of people that were like, "Wow, those are nice headlights. Where'd you buy those?" I'm like, "It's the factory ones. Just redid them."
Yeah.
Felt good.
Hey.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
Compliment the work there,
Yeah.
But the other stuff of that too, like center consoles for
Yeah.
trucks, like nicer, higher trim level center consoles. What else? If you are into, like, there are a lot of people out there that will sell certain parts for excursions
Yep.
because they're not made anymore. And also because they take, basically from the B pillars back, they're different.
Right.
So like internal or interior body pieces,
Yep.
You can't buy them anymore.
Yeah.
So people will do that, and people will even sell, like, if the excursion's been in a wreck, but the back half is still good, they'll sell the back half because you can't buy it. I mean,
Yeah. For like even body panels for body repair.
exactly.
Yeah.
So if you ever come across like a wrecked excursion or an excursion for basically like super cheap money, that obviously cheap money is a stupid phrase for super cheap, and like the body's in good shape and they just want basically nothing for it, like the axles are all tatered or something like that, and you have the room for it, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, if I had some acreage, I'd have every fucking excursion on there.
I know
I'd have
you
an
would.
excursion farm. I would totally have an excursion farm.
You totally would. I know you would.
All those like grab handles and vents and like the I'd have all of it.
I know you would.
100%.
It's 100% true.
What about you, Corey? Can you think of anything that would
Just based off of calls, this one's probably a little sketchier than what you guys mentioned, but GM TCMs. We get a lot of calls about needing like TCMs.
Wow.
Usually like the 11 to 16s.
the hard part with that is like I would have no way to test if it's good.
That's
Yeah.
why I said there's like that's the sketchy part of it is you have no way of testing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be an oddball situation. Like if I pulled it out of a truck that I personally knew was running and it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say you had a truck that you wrecked
Yeah.
and you bought it and decided to part it out, and you know it works, it's fine. But otherwise, if I happen to just buy one for $4 or something like that, like
Yeah.
may work, may not.
Or if you
Right.
know somebody that knows how to rebuild them or
Something like
rework
that.
them.
Yeah.
Or,
I don't know. That's the part that kind of I've always kind of considered that too. It's like, okay, well, like when I rebuilt my turbo on my 7.3, I come across people basically like giving away stock turbos.
Yeah.
They're like, I've
That'd be
upgraded.
I'd be a little leery on selling a rebuilt one though. Like you rebuild it and then sell it, just for the simple fact of someone's going to call you back and be like, "Who's rebuilt turbo? You said no, it failed. It's junk.
Yeah.
It's shit." It's like, well, yeah, dude, I rebuilt it in my garage in 15 minutes,
and you paid
and you paid
$200 for it. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, lose
mean,
my number.
I would almost have to like sell it under the like.
Damn it, babe! I got to change my number again.
Yeah. Get out burner cell phone number 2. But I have to, that part's the part that irks me too. Like I would have to like have a system for that.
Yeah.
And so when you originally were talking about things you can buy to put on a truck to like actually like help its value when you resell it.
Yeah, not even close.
I know that's what I thought you said at first. The first thing I thought of, as far as like the auto parts thing is, and this, I put a video on my Instagram a couple days ago about like the little things and like battery hold downs.
Yeah.
It'll nickel and dime you, but it helps.
Yeah.
The other thing here too, Dorman. Dorman's your friend. Check out Dorman's website. But if you go to basically any O'Reilly's in the help section, like when you're like when your brake pedal rubber's all worn out,
Yeah.
get a new Dorman brake pedal rubber on there. They're
Yeah.
like $8,
Yeah.
and you can install them in the parking lot. And it's those stupid little things
Oh yeah.
that like add up. And when you finally like do a lot of them, you get in your truck like, this thing feels like not old anymore. Like
Yeah.
at least everything works.
Yeah.
And so the other thing too is like, you're gonna want to go get yourself a case of brake clean. Okay, if you're planning on flipping this thing and getting it out of your hands ASAP, you get that can of brake clean. Hopefully, you already have an air compressor, but you're gonna burn every single fucking can in that engine bay.
Yeah.
You're gonna clean everything.
Yeah. Like
'Cause-
you're gonna burn so much brake clean, the EPA is gonna show up.
Yeah. Your neighbor's gonna be like, we got a Valdez situation going on above Ben's driveway.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna spray the living shit out of everything underneath the engine. And then afterwards hit it with some compressed air and just try and clean up as much as you can.
By the way, what does your driveway look like?
Probably not as bad as you probably think it does.
Okay.
Having two 7.3s, you think it'd be like a fucking mess.
Yeah, it looks like
It's-
asphalt now.
Yeah, like I'll try and take a picture of it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not perfect by any means. Like,
Yeah.
but I try to keep it as good as I can, given the fact that I drive 2 diesels that are inherently leaky.
Yeah.
Granted, my Excursion does not leak,
Right.
but the teal truck is in there right now, and the EBV's leaking. So like anytime you shut it off, it leaves a couple drops, but nothing like it was before. I mean, it would drop like a fucking like
half gallon.
It wasn't a half gallon, but it'd be
Half
like
a quart.
It'd be like a, once it spreads out on the ground,
Yeah,
it'd be like a solid, serving plate size puddle. You're like, that's not good.
Yeah.
But luckily I fixed that with guess what?
O-ring.
Rings.
2 O-rings.
I know for me, like if I'm dealing with like fluids, I'll always put like a tarp down so I don't ruin the driveway.
Yeah. Yeah. I got lots of drain pans.
Keep that kitty litter on tap.
Yeah, keep the cooler on tap. I have a pressure washer. I usually pressure wash my driveway, at least, beginning of summer, end of summer.
Do you have the little disc that you can like
I've wanted to. I kind of want to get one. Maybe that'll be my summer purchase. I'll spoil myself.
do it?
Get one of those. The only problem is like the couple times I've power washed my driveway, I end up taking off a little bit more of the driveway than I want to. So I feel like if I go in there with one of those discs, I'm going to start like chipping up like large
You know,
pieces.
yeah.
I'm like, this is a problem.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my idea.
It's a great idea, Tyler.
I got nothing else.
Ooh, I just got another idea.
Yeah.
Mm.
Latches that aren't broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Door handles, door latches.
Yeah.
If you can, buttons,
Buttons that aren't fucked.
steering wheel cover.
Yeah. Oh God. 90-year-old man over here.
They're the best.
Been wrapping steering wheels since 84.
Tyler makes fun of me because of my steering wheel cover, and I will never stop putting out covers on things. Ever. I posted a picture of it on my Instagram, and I got it was instantly a couple people were like, dude, nice. Those are tight. And then after that, it was like 95, like, those are stupid. You're fucking gay. Like, this is,
Waiting for your freaking bead seat cover and your Sherpa skin seat cover you throw on there.
I'll be honest, I didn't even know you could still buy those steering wheel covers.
Yeah.
Would you believe me if I told you that I had to order it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, they do sell those steering wheel covers. If you go to O'Reilly's and you look at their wall of steering wheel covers, you'll notice that the shelf doesn't quite go all the way to the floor. And it looks like they just kind of stopped it there because they wanted to raise the whole thing a couple inches. No, that's where these things are.
Under?
They're under. They don't even have price tags.
Like,
I have to like
nobody has bought these in 38 years.
I am the only one.
Yeah.
They've told me this. I am the only one. I've bought.
I don't even know how to ring this thing up.
I have to get on my hands and knees and reach my arm in there to grab
Yeah.
them because they get shoved all the way to the back. Yeah.
Oh, there she is.
You are. I am not exaggerating. I come out and I have to like wipe the part number off so they can search it.
Like, this thing hasn't been in our system since like 96.
Yeah. The last time I bought one, the lady was like, she's been there. She's ringed me up probably 50 times.
Yeah, she had to like call the former manager.
She was the assistant manager.
No, she had to call the former
yeah.
manager that doesn't work there anymore.
Bring her
and figure
home.
out, like, hey, how much were these?
Yeah. But she looks at me in the face. She's like, you know, you're the
Yeah.
only one.
Some homeless guy who's just crawled under our shelf and grabbed this.
You're the only one
I'm actually not even sure it's from this store.
that buys
Should I
these.
give it to him?
I was like, yeah, I know. I love them. I'll put them. And I feel like the steering wheel cover caught a lot of people that were like, I had one person say no steering wheel cover is the best. And I'm like, you're not wrong. It's not like I'm going to buy a 21 Ram and
Yeah.
put this cover on there. If the stock steering wheel is good, I'll just leave it.
Yeah.
But if it needs a cover, it's getting this one.
Yeah.
100%. I had them. Yeah, I've been. Yeah, I've had them on everything. Anything that needed a cover got one of those. I've even replaced them before because I wore it out.
There's a lucrative business idea for you.
If it makes you feel any better, I actually contacted the company that makes these. I'm not
you
even
went that
kidding
far?
right now. I emailed them because they discontinued the size that I really like. And I asked them in an email.
Did they email you back or did they send you a
Nope.
letter in the mail?
I was hoping they'd send me a telegraph
Yeah.
or a fruit basket with like a kindly stop.
An old Wells Fargo telegraph.
Yeah. So first, when I went to the counter at O'Reilly's, I was like, I have a part number. I went to their website. I have a part number. I bought one of these like back in 2019 here. They've obviously stopped making them or something like that. Can you order these? And they're like, no. I was like, this is going to be a weird question. does it have to be a certain quantity for you to order that they'll allow you to? Because I was like, if it's up to 10, I'll buy them. I'll just buy 10 of them. And then she's like,
and you will die with those.
Yeah, probably. And that one she
Ricky's
did
gonna get it in the will. He's gonna be like, "What the?"
Like my dad seemed like a smart guy.
Yeah.
Evidently, he's a fucking
I
idiot.
don't even know what to do with these.
That one she did have to call the manager over. And he looked at me the same way I've looked at some people when they ask questions to him. I'm like, no, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest, man. Like, it's a dumb question.
Yeah.
It's a bad question. I was like, hey, man, I know.
That's pretty bad that you go to an O'Reilly's and get the bad question from the person behind the counter.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, that was a bad question.
But I'm that guy. I was like, I know this is a super dumb question. And I know that you're probably going to say no, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But I just have to ask, because if you can, I want to.
Yeah.
And he's like, we can't do it. I'm like, all right, that's fine. So then I shot the manufacturer an email, basically saying the same thing. I was like, I really like this part number. I wish that you guys still had it. You know, I would, if there's any way to like, if I have to, like, I don't need just one. Like, obviously, if you stopped making them, you don't want to fire up the mold and make one more or something like that. You know, humor me, like, what's the quantity you would need to, like, get these going again? And I'd be, you know, interested. And nothing back. I do have a mail tracker thing on my personal email, though. So someone opened it.
Like, they just laughed and forgot about it.
They opened it the next day. They probably all got around and laughed at it.
Yeah.
They're like, look at this idiot. Look at this guy in Spokane. What a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
They're still carving the reply in stone.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we have a guy who opens the emails and then he types them on a typewriter and hand delivers them to the appropriate person inside the building.
He's on his way. He's just, you know, behind.
For some reason, I feel like the guy's name is Tim.
Yeah.
And just Tim the typer.
Yeah.
Tip tap Timmy. Timmy tap tap.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Well, I hope that episode was as exciting for you as it was for me. And if you have created a little side racket on your own, maybe buying and reselling stock parts, let us know.
Yeah.
Because I know there's always people that are looking to make side money somehow, especially in an industry or in a segment of something they like. Like, we all like trucks. We're all listening to this. We like trucks, or just cars in general. So, you know, it may be worth it. Maybe not. I don't know. But if it helps someone else out, I think it's worth it.
There we go.
That being said, folks, thanks for listening. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and check us out at dieselpowerproducts.com.